Yo, whoa, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Dan, aka aDrive. I bring you guys a brand new Pokemon Sword and Shield video today, and today is an epic one. Let me tell you guys, a couple leaks have surfaced, including a video file that actually showcases the trainer going through the first town in Pokemon Sword and Shield. Some of this footage we've seen before, but this is the unedited raw file, and it's actually really captivating, super duper cool. So we're gonna take a look at that and take a deeper dive into that. I haven't even seen the whole thing myself because I wanted to wait for the video. Then we're gonna dive into Corocoro. There's some images from Corocoro that have also come out. And then last but not least, I believe it's from a game guide in Japan. The Wild Area kind of official image has leaked, so we're gonna break that down. So lots of cool information as we are just about 5 weeks away from the release of Pokemon Sword and Shield. I'm super amped up, I'm really excited, and let me tell you, I'm super excited to take a look at this footage and share with you guys. So be sure to watch the entire video. Again, you don't wanna miss the Wild Area breakdown at the end, and hit that like button down below, guys. Make sure you guys subscribe. We are closing in on 500,000 aDrive Army members, so you too can join the aDrive Army right now, make it happen, and we're gonna have some fun for Sword and Shield, let me tell you. But PokeJungle has it here. A lot of people have been covering this. It's been all over the place. Basically, Secret Club in Japan has uploaded a new look at the game starting town. A Chinese user extracted it from the site and we're sharing it with you. So I guess this was like on the website, but it wasn't public, and then someone was able to like kind of snag it off the website somehow, and now we have it. So I'm gonna kind of watch this with you guys. I'm not gonna have the music going on in the background. It is pretty nice, but just to cover my own channel here, I'm not gonna play the music. I think it would be okay, but nevertheless, so you see the trainer just kind of casually walking around. I mean, I think this looks incredible. The quality, by the way, is not, I guess the music is playing, just kidding. The quality is not like maxed out, obviously, so it's not gonna be as crisp as it could be, but we're gonna see the trainer walking to like the purple laboratory there, and then kind of walking back. And you can kind of see all the different scenery and kind of the opening town. That trainer, or the character there, kind of turned to your trainer as you kind of walk by. And it looks like there is some motion tracking with the different kind of non-playable characters, as that guy kind of turned his head to look at your the protagonist character, which was kind of cool. There's what looks to be the Pokemon Center, which is pretty neat. Doesn't look like they're gonna take a walk inside though. Gonna walk kind of around the bend here. And you see a couple grands chatting it up, you know, and then you've got this guy outside of his little fruit store, and there's of course the shop that we saw for the clothing. So again, towards the end of this clip though, I did see that there was some cool stuff, but this is the starting town and a lot of really cool stuff. We'll actually dive into this too as well here momentarily, as I think I could kind of take a deeper dive by looking at the map. So we'll look at that as well, because I think there will be some cool stuff to break down. But I think up here is like the train station area or whatever, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe not. I don't know. No, it's just another building, and then you've got like this Wooloo Meadow. You can see like the house all the way in the background. I wonder if that's accessible, if it's just for like aesthetic. And then you've got all the way down in the far right, in the back there's like that house, and then the camera pans out as the trainer heads down the steps, and I'll be honest, it's not the cleanest step walk I've ever seen, but for a video game it suffices. Kind of cross this little bridge here, and then it fades out. So if we actually pull up the map here, we can kind of zoom in a little bit and kind of take a peek as to where, how much can I zoom in here and make this work? Yeah, we can. So if we look down here, actually this might work out better than I thought. So it looks like the trainer cross this little bridge down here. You can see my mouse. So you kind of started down here. This is the purple house. This is this. The trainer kind of walked up here and then walked over to the right and was heading all the way down here. And it seemed like it was starting to get to like a little murkier type of area here. So this seems to be kind of the main area that we just saw, which doesn't even include this part down here, this stuff over here. What seems to be, I've been saying this since day one, I think the starting forest is actually over here, because if you notice, there is a trail that leads right into this forest. So I'm thinking that, I don't think this is Glimwood Manor or Glimwood Tangle, by the way. I do think this is a different forest. But this is probably the clothes shop here. But yeah, so you can see there's so much more. We only just saw this little glimpse here, and that's just the first town. Like, that's just the first town, which in my opinion is pretty mind-blowing. So pretty cool stuff. I'm really super excited about it, because any footage we can see of the gameplay, especially raw unedited footage, is really, really neat. You kind of see how the characters move and just how it all plays out. So I thought that was really dope. But we're gonna dive into some Wild Area stuff here, because I think the Wild Area, I was actually thinking about it last night, kind of just independently brainstorming. I think that the Wild Area is just gonna be incredible, personally. But let's take a look at some of this stuff here. So we've got PokeExperto here, who posted this image. I believe this is Corocoro, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, this is the Corocoro. And it shows Ash and Go with his Scorbunny and Pikachu. So that's really the only thing I think we really got from Corocoro. And then Pokey Experto also posted this image of the wild area. Now I'm a little unclear of whether this came from Corocoro, or I'm pretty sure he said it was from a news Japanese what's it called, like media guide or kind of guidebook or whatever. But this is the wild area, so let me pull it up on just the image here, and let's take a deeper dive into kind of what we've got for the wild area. So what it seems as though, and I don't think I even realized this, I initially thought the wild area was just this piece of land here, but it seems as though it actually extends very far up. It extends very, very far up, all the way up here. And if I pull out the Galar map we were just looking at, you can see how the three lakes are resemble here. But the wild area goes all the way up here under these bridges and then extends all the way up here. Now, maybe it's just my naivety or lack of knowledge or just lack of awareness in general, but I personally didn't realize that this was all the wild area up here. I thought it was just this area here, focused in the middle, kind of entry-level part of the map, but it does extend all the way up. So when we look at the map here, and I know the quality of this image leaves a bit to be desired, you can kind of see a little bit more detail in terms of all the things. And I wonder if the little lights are like max raid battles, or what these little kind of white, like pinkish kind of stamps are. I don't know if they appear randomly or if those are all the spots for max raid battles. I think that would actually kind of make some sense if that was possible. That would mean they're pretty scattered out. But the wild area, you're gonna have all this area here. You've got like a piece of land here in the middle as well, which is kind of interesting. And then it almost, I have a feeling that the shape of the water here means something. I don't know what it means yet. It looks kind of interesting. I'm trying to determine whether I think it makes out any sort of a creature. I mean, you can kind of see it does look very similar between the two. This makes it seem like there's a bridge here, which there might be a bridge here to cross the water. If you see that, there looks like to be a piece of land here. On this Galar map, it doesn't show that here, but I do think that there's a chance that you'll be able to cross the water to get over there. But I feel like this means something. Like, I don't know. If you remember Melee Garden in Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon, it like made out a Gyarados, I think. And there's been times where they've done stuff like that, like Whitney's Gym is a Clefairy and whatever else. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if this was something, right? I don't know what it's gonna be, but definitely pretty interesting. So it seems like you'll have this whole area here, and then this is kind of like that big industrialized town, and there's some kind of bridges and different things that seem to be ways to cross. So maybe we'll cross some bridges kind of like the Unova region. And then you've got this whole other area here, and I'm just like truthfully mind blown because I didn't realize, like I said, that the wild area extended so far north. There's really a lot going on, like, and it really makes me question the flow of this game, because my initial thought, if I had to break down this game, like I said, my initial thoughts were, we're gonna start in the starting town here, right? And you're gonna eventually travel down here and go all the way over here. And I mean, I mean, this is a pretty long journey, Pokemon-wise, right? And we saw just walking around that town, you can kind of get an idea for scale. And then my next guess is you take the train, and you're gonna take the train, and maybe the train stops here in this mountain, and you do some stuff in this mountain. But it does seem as though the train is actually gonna skip the wild area, and you're gonna go all the way up here to this town. That would be my guess, because this town right here and this area over here is where Milo's gym is. And I would be willing to bet that the fire, water, and grass gyms are the first three gyms that we're gonna face. Nessa's gym, I believe, is over here, and we can maybe assume Kabu or whoever the fire type gym leader is maybe in here. That's just a hunch at this point. But I have a feeling that this game is going to be massive, because I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna make you, and I mean, we're not even at the other half of the map yet. I mean, that's just crazy. But I have a feeling that you're gonna use this train system quite a bit to traverse around the Galar region and backtrack. I don't necessarily think we're gonna go from here, the starting town, to the wild area. I don't think we're gonna get to the wild area until we access up here, or something to that regard. I mean, there is this little building here, so perhaps you can go through the mountain. Excuse me, you can go through the mountain and kind of end up here, but it's very interesting to just consider how this game is gonna play out. And then again, what's going on with this forest down here? There's some fog, so you can't really see what's happening, but it does seem as though this pathway leads directly into the forest. I mean, it doesn't make, like, there wouldn't be a pathway here if you didn't get to go into the forest, right? Like, I think you guys would agree with me on that. If there was no entry to the forest, why would there be a path here? I don't know. But I think you really do take this train line and it comes up this way, and it would make sense that Milo is one of the first gyms, or the first gym, which is all the way up here. So again, you have to go all the way through the mountain, and then you come out here, or maybe you somehow, I mean, there's the man on the hill, which I think is going to be a really, really important piece to the kind of storyline. I don't think it's just there for no reason. But the train kind of goes this way. It doesn't seem as though the tracks go this way. So what is this building right here? Is this a gym? Is this a trainer school? Is this something else? There's a path out of the mountain, a walking path out of the mountain right here. So perhaps there is areas to walk inside the mountain. I mean, there's just so many question marks. And then there's like walking paths up here. I don't know, man, but I tell you what, I am jazzed up about this game, dude, to some other level, man. We are 5 weeks away, guys, and I am so excited to play Pokemon Sword and Shield. I am so excited, guys, and I can't wait to share my experience with you right here on YouTube and on twitch.tv/aDrive. Guys, be sure to hit that like button down below. Let me know your thoughts are of the kind of the gameplay footage we looked at and the wild area, and give me your thoughts on the map breakdown. I mean, I really like talking about this because I think it's super fun to just discuss, but man, it is exciting to think about. And again, mind blown today. I don't know how many of you guys knew, but I was just blown away that the wild area is this whole place here. I thought it was just right here, and now we know it extends all the way up here, all the way up into this area, which I thought was super duper cool. Thank you guys again for watching. I love you guys. You guys are awesome, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.